Hey everybody, it's Patty with Patty's Purse, and I am a woman in my early 50s looking for some financial peace, sticking to a budget on a monthly basis. And in April, I have gone back to cash envelopes, which I was going to do a video for you today when I stuffed them, but my daughter was in here, my husband was in here, and I just couldn't get it done. So I wanted to start with showing you what I did with some hustle money last week and where we stand with the end of last week's budget. I did a video earlier with what our spending was for last week, which we were doing really well. So you probably, some of this might be a repeat, but you can see it. And then we'll go right into this week's paycheck, which I get paid on Wednesday. So I got paid actually yesterday. So let's first just take a look at this hustle, if you can see it. So I received a check for $242. $50 went automatically into my savings account, and then I stuffed all of these sinking funds. $20 into LHJP, which is dinner with the girls on a monthly basis. 3 birthdays and Max got $20. That's myself, my husband, my daughter, and then our dog each got $5 each. I try to do that on a weekly basis. Water bill got $10. Now, ironically, we got the water bill in the mail today, and it's due May 8th, and it's $4.24. So I'm just going to have to up that a little bit in the next few weeks to get that $400 done by May 8th. The pool hot tub got $15, $1 in the month ahead, but I think I'm going to change the month ahead to debt because I just saw someone do an envelope, sinking funds stuffing, and they actually put money into a debt. Even if it's only a few bucks, like $5 or $3 or $1, etc., then, I look at it like this. You put it in a little bit every week. You still pay your regular minimum or whatever you're paying extra on credit cards, but then at the end of the month, you have whatever you have amount in that envelope, and then you can put it toward a credit card. So that's what I'm going to do that. House stuff, I put $10 in, and house stuff is I'm just going to start saving, $5 to $10 a week whenever we need something for the house. I want to get a new pillow, things like that. So we're not going to a store and putting it on a credit card. That's kind of why that's there. And then I was able to do a few savings challenges. The Georgette savings challenge, I put 15 in. April word, I put 19. And then I owed January word $40, and I put that in as well. And then $10 into my car sinking fund. That will be for, right now it's for car inspections. We have to do one on each car. My husband's is coming up in May, and then mine will be in the fall. But we'll still keep saving something on a weekly basis into the car envelope in case something else comes up. So it was a total of $159 plus I put just $1. So it was a $160 plus the $50. And so that totaled out the $242. I think there was even actually just a little bit extra. That's just going to stay in my personal checking account. Now, if you're new here, let me just explain what happens. So I get paid weekly. My husband is self-employed. He gets paid every 2 weeks. So on a weekly basis, I keep the budget in the Budget Mom by Paycheck workbook. And I take care of paying all the credit card minimum payments. I try to pay extra on one credit card a month to try to help pay it off. And then I do the variable expenses as well. Oops, so you can see that down here, what I put aside and what we spent. And for sinking funds, I am starting to do a little bit more on a weekly basis if I can. And any side hustle money that I get in, I put it towards sinking funds as well. I am expecting a check hopefully tomorrow or Saturday. It should be around $200. So I will sit down with that money again, cash that check, and then figure out some sinking funds for that check. But also going on a weekly basis, and you'll see with this week's paycheck, I am taking a little extra a week out and putting it towards sinking funds. I'm also doing in April cash envelope for groceries, dine out, and household. And I want to continue that. I like the freedom of using cash. For me, swiping a debit card is too easy, so I don't want to do that. So far so good. I mean, I think I'm rocking on here and doing exactly what I want to do. So last week we anticipated income of $10,0551. That's a couple of checks that came in, a couple of extra money that came in. Again, my weekly, this is, my weekly paychecks, any minimal checks that I got in for anything, some extra childcare inflow was in there as well. We ended up with $1114.96. So I did a $50 rollover cushion. I paid $122 to Care Credit. I put $200 toward our mortgage savings account. I paid $100 on PayPal. Now, I paid $100 on PayPal, and then for some reason it went through April 8th, and then they credited it back. So, of course, I didn't want it to show as like a late payment, so I went in on April 9th and paid another $100. And then I couldn't see it. It didn't come out right away. So then I went ahead and paid another $100. So it's, I don't know, it's kind of screwy, to be honest. So I was frustrated, but so they took out $100 here and then $100 on my new check. The house cleaner got $125. This is the first week. And automatically I put $25 into a savings account into Allie, and then $40 for our hot tub payment. That equals $662 minus the $1114.96, left us with $452.96. So yeah, I used cash for groceries. I had $60 left over, so that will roll into next week, which is really this week. $40 for gas, and then dine out we used only $20, so his leftover was $40. And then household I used $4.55, and then $30. I took the $30 out for some tickets that I owed somebody some things. So that's kind of where it came to, etc. All right, so I mean it wasn't a bad week, and I am trying to keep track of budgeting and actual column just to kind of get a clearer picture of where things are going. Excuse me one second. I'll take a quick sip of my water. I hope you're all doing well, and I appreciate you being here. So let's take a look at this week's paycheck. So we don't have like really anything extra that came in. I did have someone that bought some Tastefully Simple product from me. It was $37.98 that she paid me. I'm going to go ahead and get that probably $30 or $35 out, and then add that to something, maybe to Grace, because Grace is on vacation next week from spring break from school, and she's going to be with child care providers all week. But if they do something fun, then I want to make sure that she has some extra money. So my cushion and rollover was $37.34. My check was $7.52 this week, and then I had an additional, it says from Allie, but it's not really from Allie, additional $30 that I had in ones that I actually put into this budget as well. So automatically I do a cushion of $50. I'm paying Lowe's of $55. Allie, the $25 and the $40 is automatic every week. And then this child care person is going to be paid out of our joint account, which will get paid tomorrow. Down here, I added an additional $50 to my grocery envelope, which now means I have $150 in that, and I will go to Trader Joe's this weekend, take my grocery envelope, hoping to stay under $100. Dine out, I added an additional $40, which gives us $80 this week. I'm sure we won't spend that, but at least we have it if we need it. I put $40 of gas already in my car, budgeted $40, put $40 in. And then household, I added $25 to that envelope as well. Again, I don't see a need for using household this weekend, but we'll have it there and we'll roll it into next week. For sinking funds, so I did a few. Our water bill, I put in 10. BJ's, I put in 10. Car inspections, 5. House, 10. Max and the 3 birthdays, 20. And then Grace, I budgeted 15, but I actually put 20 in her envelope, again, because of next week and, spring break. So I've already filled these tonight when I came home. Kind of, this is what it looks like as far as my envelopes and cash. You know, 50, 40, 25, and then the $30 in ones. This is actually from in ones. I want to make sure that ones, not Allie, because I'll use that for something else. I put the 20 in for Max and our birthdays, and then 10 for the water. And then for my regular check, I put $10 at BJ's, $5 for the car, $20 for Grace, and $10 for house. So it was these three plus this that I took out of the bank for $155. So I don't know. It's just kind of like, just for me, it's like a different, like it feels like it's just a different mentality in my head right now that I want to make sure. I mean, I was looking back 6 months ago and I always took money out for sinking funds. So I don't need to just use my side hustle money for that. You know, I can use my side hustle money for sinking funds. I can use it for when I want to spend some money, you know, on something. I just got a new envelope wallet. When I get it, I'll show it to you. So that's usually what I use it for anyways. I want to pay a little extra on my Capital One card. So I'm hoping that I get at least that money this weekend. And then I'll have a couple more. I'm expecting a check next week, and then I'll have a couple more minutes to bill. So my full-time job is I'm an office administrator for a small company, and I love it. People are great. I'm hoping that I can get a little additional money in the next couple months or so as my duties increase. And then as a side hustle, I work. That's my full-time job. I usually work anywhere from 38 to 40 hours a week. And then I also do some side hustle. And now I do Tastefully Simple on the side. It's usually just I buy the product and then sell it at different markets, you know, different vendor fairs. And then I also do minutes for a couple of towns. Right now I'm contracted with 3 towns and probably do about 6, 4, 5, 8 to 10 meetings a month that I can just watch on YouTube, and then I just record the minutes. So yeah, I'm a little tired, but you know what? I just need to keep pushing because my goal is to really get rid of a lot of this credit card debt this year and just have some flexibility with those minimum payments. So what I'll do off camera is go in tonight and just update my expense tracker here. I do the color-coded method. You know, I've already got some things done already. I did actually go, which I didn't put in that budget, which I have to, but I did just go to the hairdresser for my hair, color, etc., and that was $100. So that came out of my account as well. Now, besides using the Budget by Paycheck workbook for my weekly paychecks, I've started using, because I had the small, when she had this just about a year ago. So I put this in my purse. I kind of track when I get my paycheck and what I'm using that paycheck on, color coding in the calendar. And I like it because it just gives me an overview of what's coming up and where things are going. So when then I, put it in the big book, I kind of have an idea already how much money there is and where it's going. So I kind of like using both. I know. I like it though. And I have the rest of these for the rest of the year. So I'm kind of excited that they won't go to waste and I will use them because let's be honest, prove to ourselves that nothing is impossible. That's my weekly paycheck, and I appreciate that you're all here, and let's look forward to a second week with hardly no spending. Thanks everybody for watching. Have fun.